In this video, we're going to look at the burning money model of advertising. So consider a situation where a firm is producing a new product and consumers may not know whether that product is high or low quality. If consumers don't know whether the product is high or low quality, then they'll be willing to pay less for the product than if they knew the product were high quality. And therefore the firm will make lower profits than in the case where consumers are sure of the quality. So think back to the lemons model that you've studied before. This is basically the lemons model. So the model we'll look at, the burning money model, the idea here is that although advertising might provide no direct information about the quality of the product, it could indirectly signal quality. So the mere fact that the firm is spending money on advertising could be enough to signal that it is high quality. So this is why it's called the burning money model of advertising. Instead of advertising, they could just burn a pile of money. So the only function of advertising here is to demonstrate that the firm is spending money. In order for spending money on advertising to signal quality, it must be that the seller of a high quality product spends enough that their investment could only be recouped by a high quality firm from sales in subsequent periods when the true quality of its product has become known. If a high quality firm is spending enough, then the low quality firm would not want to imitate by also spending that amount because they only make sales in the first period, because after the first period, the quality of their product becomes known. Once everyone's purchased the product, they learn it's a low quality product, and so a low quality firm would not be able to recoup the investment from advertising. So the model is very simplified. There are two periods. There's one firm. That firm could either produce high quality or it could produce low quality. And for simplicity, we're going to assume that a firm cannot change its quality. The cost of production is C per unit, and the firm knows which quality it is. On the other hand, consumers may not know the quality. There's a continuum of consumers of mass 1, so the total number of consumers is 1. Each consumer is willing to pay 1 for the high quality good and nothing for the low quality good. Initially, consumers believe that the firm is high quality with probability lambda, and for simplicity, we'll assume that consumers will not buy a product that they believe with probability 1 is low quality. The consumers cannot observe the quality in the first period, but after the first period, if all the consumers purchase the good, then they learn its quality. Quality is an experience characteristic. Let's first look at the case where there is no advertising. Without advertising, there's no way for consumers to distinguish between low quality and high quality firms in the first period. And so in the first period, what are consumers willing to pay? Well, let's just remember that the good can be either worth 0 to consumers or 1. If it's high quality, which they believe the good is with probability lambda, they're willing to pay 1. If it's low quality, which has probability 1 minus lambda, they're willing to pay 0. So the expected willingness to pay is 1 minus lambda times 0 plus lambda times 1, which is just lambda. So when the consumers are unaware of the quality in the first period, then they're willing to pay something between the willingness to pay of 0 for the low quality good and the willingness to pay of 1 for the high quality good. So over the two periods, a high quality firm would only be able to make a profit of lambda minus C, because in the first period, the most they can charge the consumer is their expected willingness to pay of lambda, plus 1 minus C. Now the 1 here is because now the consumers have purchased the product, they know that it's high quality, and so they're willing to pay 1 in the second period. So the total profit a firm can make is this quantity here. On the other hand, if the firm's quality were known in the first period, then it would be able to charge a price of 1 in both periods and therefore make a higher profit. Now the difference between the two sides of this inequality here is 1 minus lambda. So if an advertising expenditure of less than 1 minus lambda can signal quality, then this will increase a high quality firm's profits relative to not advertising. So 1 minus lambda is just the difference between the price a high quality firm can charge in the first period when its quality is known, 1, and the price it can charge when its quality is unknown, lambda. Remember, the total demand here is 1. So if advertising can signal quality, a high quality firm potentially may be better off by signaling quality. So let's look for an equilibrium where advertising is able to signal quality. So we're going to construct what's called a separating equilibrium. So all this means is that in equilibrium, a high quality firm spends money on advertising and a low quality firm does not. And therefore consumers can tell that a firm that's advertising is high quality and a firm that's not is low quality. So in such a separating equilibrium, consumers believe in the first period that a firm spending A on advertising produces high quality, whereas a firm spending anything other than A on advertising, such as 0, produces low quality. For these beliefs of the consumers to be correct, it must be that given the beliefs, a high quality firm prefers to spend A on advertising, whereas a low quality firm prefers not to spend A on advertising. So we need the beliefs of the consumers to be consistent with the optimal actions of the firms given the beliefs. So everything holds together, everything is consistent. So in such an equilibrium, if a firm does not advertise, then consumers believe it is a low quality firm and so they're not willing to purchase its product in the first period. In that case, since no one purchases the product in the first period, they continue to believe it is low quality in the second period, and so the firm makes no sales in the second period. So any firm that does not advertise in the first period is going to make no profit, given the beliefs of these consumers. So we need to check that there is a level of advertising A that satisfies these conditions. So we need to check when does a high quality firm want to advertise, and we also need to check when the low quality firm prefers not to advertise, and we need to make sure that there's a value of advertising that can satisfy both conditions. So if a high quality firm advertises, it is believed to be high quality in the first period and gets a first period profit of 1 minus C minus A. It's able to charge a price of 1 because consumers believe the product is high quality in the first period. In the second period, it is known to be a high quality firm and therefore makes a profit of 1 minus C. So in total, its profit from advertising is going to be 2 times 1 minus C minus the cost of advertising A. So a high quality firm will want to advertise so long as this quantity here is greater than or equal to 0. Remember, a firm that does not advertise is believed to be low quality, so consumers do not purchase the good in either period. So when is that profit greater than or equal to 0? It's just when A is less than or equal to 2 times 1 minus C. So that's the condition for a high quality firm to want to advertise. When will a low quality firm prefer not to advertise? Well, we need to compare the profits from advertising and from not. If a low quality firm advertises, then it's believed to be high quality in the first period, so it will be able to make a profit of 1 minus C minus A, the same as a high quality firm. However, in the second period, now consumers know it's a low quality firm, they've purchased the good and found it's low quality. Therefore, this firm would make a 0 profit, and so its profit from advertising is just that first period profit, 1 minus C minus A. So when would a low quality firm be better off not advertising? Well, it will be better off not advertising if this profit is less than or equal to 0. That is, if A is greater than or equal to 1 minus C. So notice the difference between a high quality firm and a low quality firm is that a high quality firm makes the profit 1 minus C in 2 periods, whereas a low quality firm makes the profit 1 minus C in just 1 period. So we're going to be able to find an A that can satisfy both of these conditions. So the conditions we need A to satisfy are that A is less than or equal to 2 times 1 minus C, A is less than the gain if a high quality firm advertises, and A is greater than or equal to 1 minus C. A is larger than the gain if a low quality firm advertises. Since 2 is bigger than 1, we are able to find an A satisfying both conditions. So as long as the quantity A is high enough but not too high, the high quality firm will want to advertise, the low quality firm will not want to advertise, given the beliefs that any firm advertising at a level A is high quality. So for A in this range, we have a separating equilibrium where the beliefs of the consumers are consistent with the optimal actions of the firms, and advertising is able to signal quality. So to summarize, in this model, advertising has no directly informative or persuasive content. It is just a way for the firm to demonstrate their spending. Advertising here works indirectly. It provides information about quality via signaling. The act of spending is enough to signal quality because low quality firms are able to gain less from advertising than high quality firms. Low quality firms only make a short-term gain because once their quality is found out, they're not able to charge as high a price as a high quality firm. So there's going to be some level of advertising that is sufficient to signal high quality.